Hello everyone, and welcome to English Teacher's Guide to the brand new AQA GCSE English Literature. And today we're going to focus on how to answer the section B question, which is the poetry comparison, which is paper 2. In our previous video, we've gone through various different things in regards to how to plan, so please make sure you've watched that video. But you can see, you can quickly go through 60% of the paper, 60% of the course is based on this paper, 2 hours and 15 minutes, so we went through that. We then talked about what you need to include based on the mark scheme and how you should write your response in order to achieve perfect marks. So there you are. Please look at the video to listen to how to do those things. We looked at the planning method. We didn't focus on the answering method, so I do want to focus on that for a moment. So my introduction, once I've got my plan ready, my introduction should start with the word both. So both poem 1 and then poem 2 deal with insert theme in their work. Start your work like that, you get marks of comparison, you're answering the question. Then briefly explain the way poem number 1 presents the idea, make some kind of linking phrase, this is similar, this is different, and then you explain very briefly why for poem number 2. Then you want to create 3 main paragraphs using this structure. PEE, as you would do for point number 1, but make sure the point compares both texts, so both do this. One does this, however, this is different. Make a linking phrase when it's time to move on to the second poem. Then finally explore the second poem, but then make sure obviously you highlight why it's similar or different. There is no need for a conclusion, although you may wish to state which poem dealt with the theme most effectively and why. So that's the answering method. But what does that look like? So these are the aspects of analysis. This was the question we focused on. This is what my plan looked like, but obviously you need to go back to watch the previous video to see how that was put together. And this is part of what the answer would look like. So both Ozymandias and My Last Duchess explore the theme of power, answering a question, getting marks for comparison. Shelley's work, whilst being a message to the military figures the romantic poets immortalised, also suggests that power is temporary, that cruelty is employed in order to maintain it, and that power creates egotism. My Last Duchess also explores similar issues relating to power, however the work presents these ideas slightly differently. Introduction done, and I'm getting marks from introduction rather than just saying in this essay I will. As mentioned above, both poems suggest that power is temporary. There's my point, but remember I'm highlighting both poems to get those marks. This is obviously first highlighted in the work of Shelley through the use of the past tense, highlighting that however powerful the figure once was, he no longer has that power. Moreover, the Lexis shattered image and lifeless both highlight the notion that power is temporary due to the fact that lifeless, just like the use of the past tense, like the power Ozymandias had, is now dead. Whilst the shattered image, just like a mirror, is now broken and cannot be restored to its former glory. Shelley's focus in this work was the Egyptian pharaoh Ramesses II, a context, a man who once had ultimate control but then had nothing, a message to all of Shelley's readers. Just like Shelley's work, here's my linking phrase. My Last Duchess also highlights that power is temporary, but in a different way. Rather than suggesting that the male figure of power is destined to lose it, the female figure is the one who feels this fleeting sense of power. I gave commands, then all smiles stopped together. Unlike Ozymandias, the use of the active sentence and personal pronoun highlights that the speaker within the poem maintains power in a violent way compared to the shattered figure in Shelley's work. So there you can see, there's the structure we're talking about, there's the analysis. Minor marks on comparisons is not mathematical comparison, but there is great marks in terms of 12 each for my ideas and my analysis, which this work covers. So thank you very much, keep revising, and obviously feel free to like and share and watch the remaining videos on how to answer all the other questions for this exam. Thank you.